Is the government going to ban crypto? And Shiba Inu price prediction in today's video. And remember, we do have the tornado cash ban, which is, hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So glad you could join us today. Is the government going to ban crypto? The United States government. For all of you international tuning in, you obviously have individual different countries, different rules, regulations, but there is a new article that just came out today discussing whether or not the United States government wants to try to ban crypto here in the US. And there's actually some really good news in this article. We're going to jump into that in today's video. We're also going to be jumping into the charts today. We're going to be looking at Shiba Inu, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. We're going to take a look at the weekly, daily, and the 4-hour charts for all of those. And I also bought a new indicator. We're going to be testing it out in this video as well to see how well it works. Is it going to give us results? I don't know. I literally just bought it 20 minutes ago before this video. We'll take a look at it. We'll see if it's going to help us in the charts and things of that nature. Obviously, I am not a financial advisor, so do not take this as financial advice. This indicator does give buy and sell signals. This is not designed to get you to buy or sell based off of these signals. So keep that in mind. This is just financial education and financial entertainment as far as that goes. But we do have a great video for you today. I can't wait for you guys to learn all of this. And then also, if you're new here, my name is Ryan Huggins, and I'm a real estate agent here in Southern California. And I'm also a crypto and real estate investor. And my job is to help be your crypto shortcut. Because if you're like most people, you don't have the opportunity to spend hours a day sifting through articles and watching hours of YouTube videos, except for run guys, of course. And I do all of that, and I bring that information to you in a short, condensed manner in this video. So if you're looking for a shortcut to crypto, make sure you smash that subscribe button. Also, all right, so here we are on the Shiba Inu 5-minute chart. It works on all of the different time zones and time frames and all of that. But I was just trying to see, I was personally looking through all the different ones, see how it works. But here we are. So let's take a look. We'll have a little bit of fun. We'll do it, obviously, our normal way. Hey, great news, by the way. If you woke up this morning and you saw the explosion to the upside, this is exactly what we talked about yesterday. Because if you remember yesterday, we talked about in our video that we had a lot of bearish signals coming in. We were not quite breaking above the 50 moving average. And then that, while I was recording it, the next couple of hours, boom, we broke up, but we did resist off of the top of our symmetrical triangle, and then 2 more hours rejecting. But look, what did we say yesterday in the video? We said if we break to the upside, we could see a nice big move to the upside. Conversely, if we break to the downside, we could end up coming down here into our daily supply and demand zone down here at the quad 01144. But great news, we ended up breaking to the outside and had a really, really nice move. So let's take a look from the bottom of that candle to the top of the body. That was a 4% move in a 4-hour candle move. In fact, it was 1 hour. We'll go back and look at that. And the total move was an 8% move for the day on that one candle there. So obviously it did reject and it started coming back to the downside. But look at this. If we go down to an even smaller time frame, it was literally 1 hourly candle just boom, exploded and did a really, really exciting move to the upside. So right here, you can see we broke out. It was dancing along, trying to get going. Boom, got some really, really good volume behind it. And sure enough, took off to the upside. Even the next hourly candle moved up a little bit more. And then, of course, coming down over the next couple of hours. And as we've discussed, myself and a lot of you guys in the comments have also mentioned that 5 a.m. candle, right? So obviously it started coming down prior to that, but that 5 a.m. candle. So if you're into day trading and you're watching the charts, make sure you get up super early. This is 5 a.m. Pacific time. You can go back and do some back testing on that candle at 5 p.m. It usually starts some sort of down move. Right now, that was the second candle and down move. But yeah, so here we are right now in the charts. Where are we at? We are currently sitting at the price of quad 01272. So we're at quad 01272. We are up 3% on the day. We do currently have, let's jump over here to the daily chart. We do currently have, and we'll also mute this so you can see the colors of the candles. We do also have 1 hour and 13 minutes left in the candles. Now, here's what's also really, really positive news. I mean, we are definitely in a downtrend in our last several days. Okay, so if we go ahead and we get our, we use our ray here, do this, and we can shoot it down this direction. All right, so there's our horizontal ray. It is acting as a resistance. In fact, we could even go back and have it like this. If we're working on the bodies, you can see that we have broke that structure, which is good. So it's indicating, you know, a break of trend because we had this extreme heavy daily downtrend. We did break outside of that trend and at the same time broke outside of our symmetrical triangle and at the same time broke above the 50 moving average and at the same time broke above the 21 exponential moving average. So like this day, today, was an explosive day for Shiba Inu. That's really, really positive news, not just because of the growth of 3%, which obviously is not fantastic, but because of the different levels of resistance it's overtaking. So we are still waiting for it to continue its move to the upside, getting back to here. That we are definitely wanting to see happen. The other interesting thing that we may potentially see happen, because it didn't really do it yet since the breakout. Okay, so we had the breakout. We did not have a retest of that trend line. So that's the only thing. And you guys all know I talk about this all the time. I don't like it when something breaks away without retesting the line that it's breaking away from. So you could say maybe one of these was a retest in here, but really the candle prior to the break of the triangle broke through. The next one, like there isn't much there. I mean, maybe if we go down to like the 15-minute chart and we take a look in here, you could say that could be a retest if we adjusted that line a little bit. I don't know. The only problem is a lot of times it wants to come down and retest that. We also have a nice huge fair value gap, which, you know, I hate the fair value gaps because those always get filled. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Fair value gap. And there's a big one. All right. So, and what is interesting though, is let's say price does come down on this 4-hour time frame and retest. Maybe not today, obviously, because this candle is coming to an end. It comes down and retests off the 21 exponential moving average and bounces there. Totally cool with that. That's not a big deal. And then we start to make the move up because that does kill the fair value gap. You can see the white line in the middle of the fair value gap. That's the 50% level. So if we come dip below that a little bit, or could it even come all the way back to the 50 moving average, retesting that trend line of the symmetrical triangle, then breaking out to the upside. Because we're sitting here on the 4 hours. If we went ahead and took our trend line and we're more precise with it, so talking about the tips of the wicks here, you can see this is the official breakout candle and it never did come and retest that. So we may be seeing that. Keep an eye on that. Now we do also have some really good news to the upside. We never did go and actually accomplish our move to the upside, the resistance line of our 4-hour supply and demand candle. So as we take a look here, as far as price goes, we can see that here, let me clear up these charts. It's a little too messy right now. So let's clear up all of this. In fact, we'll get rid of that one. Okay, so here we are. All right. So as you can see right now, our last green candle before the down move on the 4-hour charts was this big. It's actually smaller than that, even if we want to get real precise here. Let's go ahead and get real precise and get up to where it is, because it's actually this candle. Let me zoom in for you. Okay, so it's this candle right here. Remember, it's the last green candle before the down move. So that's that as far as our 4-hour candles go. And that's where, so it has now broken out. So let's take a look. Where's our breakout line? The horizontal line here. This was our tippity top that it needed to break. It did break. The candle got above it, but we have not closed a second candle there either. So it's a little iffy, right? On are we going to continue up here? Because look what happened last time. We had the same exact pattern play out. Boom, explosion to the upside, continued drop, continued drop, continued drop to this new section here. Boom. And now we're seeing the trickle drop just like last time. Even though we are starting to show more bullish, that could be that one of those bull traps that we talk about a lot, right? So let's turn on our Lux Algo indicator. We're here on the 4-hour chart. This is telling us to use the optimal sensitivity of 10. So let's drop this down to 10. And then we'll hit OK. Now what you'll see here, this right here is a cloud, right? So that is a resistance cloud. Whenever this is red, that is indicating that we are in a downtrending zone. So right now we have not broken through there. You can see last time we did break through, which was down here, right? We started breaking up. We started getting these strong buy signal patterns, and boom, they have been pretty successful on the 4-hour chart. This was the 4-hour signal. This one happened here as the sell signal. This one was on August 26th, and it did have a pretty good move here. This little indicator, this little X right here indicates like the exit point. When it gets to there, you're supposed to exit the trade. So right now there is no open trade as far as a signal goes for Shiba Inu on the 4-hour. Let's take a look here on the daily chart. It is still in a daily sell signal here, and it has not had that little indicator to say, hey, you know, like this one here, right? Hey, exit the trade. So it has not had that. You can see this was a strong sell, exit the trade there, exit a trade again. So it gives multiple different indications there, which is pretty cool. So we're going to test this out over time. We're going to see how this works, how it plays with our personal charting and all of that type of stuff. Obviously, we know what we're covering here is already working as far as our supply and demand zones, but it's exciting to have other options to see what could be going on in the market. So right now we do know for Shiba Inu, we have the top side supply and demand resistance zone. What's interesting too, if you take a look at this, our supply and demand resistance zone is also the top of this Lux Algo cloud. And that gets us up to quad 01373. And then look what happens if we break through, and this is what we talk about all the time, right? On our previous charting style, when price gets in there, it needs to turn it into a support. What's really interesting, if you look, if it gets up, turns that into support, it would be flipping the cloud to blue, which is buy signal style, and we could really take the move to the upside. Right now, we are still trending downward. Turning on our market cipher indicators here for our moving average. This will give us our 50 and our 21 exponential moving average. You can see this is what we were talking about yesterday, right? So the 4-hour 21 exponential moving average had crossed over. It was right here yesterday. It had crossed over that 50 moving average, which is very bullish. So on this smaller time frame, even though we have not flipped the cloud or anything like that, we're starting to see some bullish momentum. Last time we had that was here. But again, this very well could be just because that big fake out candle, and we might see a retracement. So yesterday I had mentioned I'm not in any trades because it's just trading sideways. This right here, it got me, you know, perked up a little bit. Hey, what's going on? But now I'm evaluating, seeing what is happening. And, you know, the most likely thing that I see right now is the potential of price returning back to the moving averages to the downside, which would bring us to quad 01241 at the 21 exponential, or down here to the 50 moving average, quad 01229. And if it breaks all that, then we may see a return back down to the daily support level down here. Or now that we have a lot more data we can look into, we're still having all of this chop zone here. So our downside return would put us in a zone of this red candle here. And that's 4 hours, so we'll make that red. So the exciting thing is we did break, right? Unfortunately, it did run into a really solid resistance, because if you go back in the past and you look at where this is, it has been a resistance multiple times. And right now it did also reject us as a resistance. But as we continue making this move to the upside, if we can break through up here, that'd be great. To the downside, we're watching this 4-hour quad 0 1 2 1 3. If it holds this support, we'll bounce again. If not, we could be returning down to the daily supply and demand zone of quad 0 1 1 4 4. We are a little bit dead this week, right? This weekend, we have Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Because of the holiday, it's a longer holiday, less trading volume coming into the markets. It was exciting to see the explosion to the upside there for Shiba Inu, but the other charts, not so much the same. So we'll jump over here now to Ethereum. So Ethereum, as we can see right here, our 4-hour candle. This was our 4-hour candle yesterday that we talked about while we were recording the video, still bouncing off of our daily supply and demand support here. And that is the box at 1,544. It is making a nice move to the upside, which is very, very positive. But it does have this random resistance line that it's been hitting over and over and over and over and over and over. It has broken above it, but it has not held it. And that's right here at this 1,582 range. 1582. If we can break above that, that's what we're looking to have happen right now. We could see a nice move to the upside. You can see right now, it is in the 4-hour charts here. It is trading inside of that Lux Algo cloud, and it very likely could, with another push to the upside, clear the cloud and turn it from a strong sell signal to a blue cloud and get some more of the buy signal indicators coming in. Again, this is currently sitting on the 4-hour chart. The 21 exponential moving average has turned white for bullish. The 50 is sloping up. We do have our oscillator down here, though. It's indicating we're still bearish on the oscillator. Once it flips green, you can see what happens when the oscillator flips. Very, very strong situation there. Going to the daily chart, not much action, as you can see. I mean, 0.62%. So it hasn't really done anything. Still trading sideways. At least it's up on support. Remember, it was resistance back here 7 days ago, 6 and 5 days ago. Now we've turned that into support. So there's an opportunity of a move to the upside. Right now, though, the 21 and the 50 daily moving averages are acting as a resistance. But look at this. The oscillator is looking like it wants to turn and flip to the green side for that larger time frame of the daily. The 4-hour is not ready. The 1-hour has already flipped, and it's moving quite nicely, but price is just trading sideways. So is this just gaining tons and tons of momentum to have some sort of explosion to the upside? Taking a look here on the weekly charts now. Same thing as yesterday, obviously, because price didn't change today, 0.57. So right now, it is an inside piercing candle. It has not broken full bullish on this candle. The weekly candle closes today, 59 minutes left. It needs to push and surge above here. Otherwise, we close bearish, and that will not be a good indication there for us at all. You can see we've also got a red diamond from the market cipher indicator, usually stating that it's going to drop. The weekly moving averages here, the 21 exponential sloping hard down, 50 sloping hard down. The oscillator has turned green here, but it's starting to fail. It's starting to roll over. Also, going back to Shiba Inu on the weekly, it did get a red X last week and now a red diamond this week, and also just a piercing. It did not give us an engulfing weekly candle, unfortunately. Headed over here to Bitcoin now. Last week, it gave us a red X, which is a manipulation indicator. That usually indicates the price will not be pumping to the upside there. 21 exponential sloping down hard, 50 moving average sloping hard, oscillator turned to red. So not looking good for Bitcoin on the weekly scale. On our daily charts, also looking more bearish. We do have the 21 sloping hard, the 50 is about to roll, and we've been still continuing down with the red oscillator there. We're in a strong sell signal from the Lux Algo indicator, and it's still continuing to move to the downside. Let's Let's make sure we're on 12. Yeah. So again, not financial advice. This signal, I'm just testing it out. I don't know how well it works. I just bought it literally before I started this video. So we'll see. I mean, obviously indicators are not a way to do official day trading, but it's something that's worth a test to see what happens. Jumping down to the 4-hour charts here on Bitcoin as well. As you can see, we are below the cloud, several sell signals coming in, yellow X's from market cipher. So we're looking potential downward movements coming from Bitcoin as well. And then the bottom potential downside, 17,949. But let's see if we have a nice supply and demand zone. So if we break these support levels, if we break to the downside, where could we be going from there? So we do have this box, which is actually the current support box. So we'll do that one. And then after that, we would be at this box. And then after that, it would be down here before we start dropping to these previous boxes, which I'll go ahead and highlight that one as well. And then I'll call these out for you. All right, so the 3 downside boxes, the lowest box, the top of it is currently 18,700. The box above it, 19,142. And the box above that one is 19,538. So those are the supply and demand zones that are on the way down. Right now, you can see where it accumulated, dropped, it's accumulating, dropped, it's accumulating. Is it going to drop or is it going to move back up to the support level? The support level, which you would run into as a resistance, is up here at 21,290. All right, so let me know down in the comments section below, do you like the new Lux Algo indicator that we're using, or do you like the old standard way that we were doing it? Let me know. What do you feel? What do you feel is better? And then also, I'll let you know how the results are from the indications that we get. All right, and now here it is. Is crypto going to be banned? Crypto ban won't happen anytime soon, says U.S. Congressman. Democratic Representative Brad Sherman told the LA Times that cryptocurrencies wouldn't be banned in the US anytime soon. The Californian politician is concerned about criminals misusing cryptocurrencies. That's always their stupid, that's their thing, when literally everybody who is like using cartels to buy drugs and guns and all of this is using fiat dollar cash money. That's what they're really using, right? So he has repeatedly stated that crypto facilitates terrorism, other nefarious activities, which the United States dollar does the exact same thing. These are dumb arguments. But Sherman has repeatedly called for a blanket ban on digital assets, becoming the most vocal critic of the industry in Congress. He claimed that cryptocurrencies had the support of anarchists who are advocating for tax evasion. And in July, Sherman riled up the supporters of XRP cryptocurrency after stating that the controversial token is an unregistered security. And remember, we do have the Tornado Cash ban, which is going through. So while the US government is nowhere close to imposing a blanket ban on cryptocurrencies, it did ban the controversial Tornado Cash last month, ruffling the feathers of crypto lobbyists. The Treasury Department identified the popular coin mixing service as a significant threat to national security after it was repeatedly used by North Korean hackers for laundering stolen crypto. Sherman signaled out Tornado Cash as a matter of particular concern. And also, the Fed rules out a crypto ban. Last October, Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell said that it was appropriate to regulate cryptocurrencies, but he ruled out full-fledged ban. Not happening. And over here at Crypto Panic, let's see what's trending in the news right now. Matic poised for a huge boost as Robinhood enables Polygon for its over 20 million users. Solana founder addresses Ethereum rivals blockchain outages and issues. ADA closer look at the biggest NFT marketplace on Cardano. Ether and ADA in the green ahead of respective upgrades this week in the markets. And Cardano flips XRP in rankings as ADA price reacts with 30% spike and huge trading volumes. Let's take a look at ADA sitting at 50 cents. 50 cents for ADA right now. XRP sitting at 33 cents right now. And also for you guys to take a look at here, a range break from Bitcoin could trigger buying for ADA, Atom, Filecoin, and EOS this week. This is one of my favorite articles I read every single week. It always gives me an idea of some of these major cap altcoins that could pop off. So keep in mind this week, if you want to jot this down, get a piece of paper, pause it. ADA, Atom, Filecoin, and EOS. Keep an eye on those this week for sure.